Hi, this is Hales, and this is my watercolor demonstration number 11, Beach and Rocks. I'm going to set the scene by establishing the water and then the distant areas and then indicating foreground rocks. I'm starting with a pre-painted sky on my cold press paper, ready for the action. I want to paint the water with one brush stroke, and I'm choosing my largest Hake brush to do this and multi-loading it. And then with one fast mark I'm painting the whole water area, and I'm going to be happy with whatever happens with this single mark. Now I'm painting the distant area and starting with just clean water across the top. I then drop other colours in to create the line of sand dunes or mountains in the background. I bring the colour right across, almost level with the water, so that this whole area is dampened, and then I drop colours into it to create the shrubs and foliage on this landmass. I'm dropping in a variety of colours and letting them mix on the paper, and ensuring that the brush is always the same wetness or drier than what is on the paper. I use it drier if I want a more definitive mark. And these are the colours I'm using. I use the pointed edge at the base to create some accent, also to make little bushes, and then I make a dark edge to define some of those landmass areas and create the illusion of different areas in distance. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 levels in space from this application. The water has settled down nicely in relation to the sky, and now I'm starting the foreground, lifting off an edge for the water and adding a tone for the sand. Now I start to drop the colour in for the rock mass, and I'm going to let the water do a lot of the work here, dropping colours in and letting the water make the divisions in the rock face and create the form of this rock structure. I dry the brush and add a few accents, working with the paint as it is drying. I then add a few marks across the sand to extend the rocks into this area. I then lift a line of light across the water's edge to define the edge of the water and the sand, and I'm just using a Taklon brush for that. A few energy marks to create the form of the rocks. A few marks at the bottom to weight them and place them on the sand, and then I'm going to lift some areas off, both with the brush and also using a scrunched up tissue or some Glad wrap to create informal marks in the rock structure. You can see the brush is drier now, and as it makes marks into that, the crevices are quite crisp. You can keep playing at this forever, and you need to know when enough is enough. You notice how I lean on the brush to make a wider mark. Accent a few at the base. Look how that small rock develops its form when the dark mark is put to one side. And I can further examine that by putting a Taklon brush and lifting a little bit of light off as well. Just a few more energy marks here, and a little bit more lifted off where the rocks meet the sand edge, and I'm done. There is my seascape. Is the painting finished? It looks finished, but I'm going to push this painting into another stage, and you can watch this develop on my next watercolor demonstration, which is number 12. And into this demonstration I'm going to add the figures. You can also collect some of my instructional ebooks that are available at your ebook store.